So we're gonna jump right in. Early morning, 5:37 Pacific Standard Time. Um, we wanted to take a look at some currency pairs, which the New York session started 38 minutes ago, but we can swing back around to it, and we can actually start with some stocks. We'll look at some tech stocks and some quantum stocks. Um, First up is Tesla. So we'll just go through it real fast. Most of the work has already been done. Tesla um, has right here on the small little guy inside of here, basically a failing butterfly. That's fine. You got the fill on it, a little bit of reaction, but not enough as price action is coming down. And I think that it's because what the market really wants is this larger Gartley. So I'm looking for this butterfly to basically become insignificant. I just wonder if there is a chance for it to turn around at all. Not quite, not oversold. Probably won't reach the oversold point until this Gartley is filled. And for that Gartley validation, for the sake of just dropping some education in here, um, what you have is your impulse leg, X to A. I'll brighten it up for you guys, make it a little bit larger. If you guys can see, X to A leg at 642, or all you need is 618. You got 642, so you're good on valid B. C up here is C is actually not valid on this pattern. When I trade the Gartley pattern, I require a 618 C leg. So I require a 618 B leg and a 618 C leg, but this is only 57. Close enough. I'm not going to throw it away because I'm just trying to make some adjustments. I don't want to throw what could potentially be a good pattern in the trash just because I don't have 618C. And then the entry down here for the D leg, um, it's basically a 127 extension of A to B. So if I measure A to B, just want to show you how I got that entry right there for that D leg. That's 127 extension of the A to B leg, and that's gonna put it right here, up here, kind of high. Okay, a little bit better than I wanted it to be. I don't want the 1414. So sorry, I had to clean that up, and that'd be a Gartley pattern entering at 341. That makes more sense. That makes more sense than what I had up there before. It is nice that the leg is hanging a little bit higher, um, because that's going to create a little bit more breathing space should it not react immediately. Um, so that's what I would be looking for. Um, like I said, I wanted to pencil out this space here, right? Just space for it to breathe, make it more efficient. So I wonder if I can change the color. I don't know why I had that orange. I'll do that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good. So anyway, so there is a Gartley pattern that's close enough to project. Not oversold yet. Probably will be oversold by the time it gets to $341. $341 on Tesla. Remember, this is just simple technical analysis, breakdown, projections. Do not provide trading advice. I do not advise people what to do with their capital in the markets. Always consult a professional of your choice. Next up, I would be looking at AMD. AMD last week did have a very, very successful and powerful. Who was he? Successful and powerful Gartley pattern up there. This is this guy up here. And you guys can see the reaction on that one. Would of course been a winner. I was not trading AMD last week, did I? No, I might have. I'm not sure. But successful off the bat, and then that action is bringing two other opportunities. As AMD is, of course, sort of trending downwards at this point. Next up in line, okay, so the Gartley is pretty much expired at this point. I can take that out of there. But next up would be to the next opportunity will be bullish. So that was bearish on the Gartley up there, and then bullish on this butterfly here that I'm looking at here. Or if I just go ahead and give it a background so you can see it. So entering on this 786. Okay, here it is. Actually, right here. There's going to be two chances here. There's going to be two chances to get long here. The first one is actually around $73 for AMD. Should it keep falling? But I did need to write them both in. That was the problem here. So the first entry is a butterfly down here at 73. Um, and then there is a Gartley pattern. I'm going to have to go validate that so I don't screw up. I might not want either one of these. I'm usually a lot cleaner than that. So ignoring the action off of this impulse here, let's show you guys what I'm doing. I'm trying to just say, you know what, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. I wanted to look at either crab or like butterfly in this range, but it's not butterfly because that's not 786. I'm pretty sure it's not. Might be. Wait a minute. Hang on. 786. Okay, so it is. So with this part of the impulse coming up, that's 786. That's given a butterfly pattern, uh, needing A to B is equal to CD. So cloning A and B. Let me just get this all together. Cloning A and B and putting them right here. Okay. So that'd be an entry at a butterfly pattern at 68. All right. First guy. The second is the larger look. Let me just do this. Pretty good butterfly pattern too. Okay, so this is where we were. Didn't remember where I left off. Sorry. So butterfly pattern at 68. But then the overall, let me see what the overall would be. I was going to use that as a part of one of last week's classes. So that's why I kind of got a little confused on what was there. So this is probably bad. So that's probably 50%. So if I just measure the swing high, I'm sorry, swing low to swing high, and it did not touch the 618. So that a lot of people might want to just go ahead and put that in Gartley because it was so close, but you don't really have to. You can just use what it actually really is, which is BAT. It's going to be here, and then down to the 886. 886. Well, it'd be crazy if these are okay. So these are almost the BAT and the uh, Gartley up there are pretty much in the same range. Anything anything inside of 74 to 68 should work. 78 to 64 should work. Anything like that. And it's because you got two patterns that are basically confluent with each other. The butterfly inside. I wonder what color I can give them so you can see them both together. Oops. He's probably not going to let me now. Let's see. That works. Okay, good. So the butterfly inside, it's A to B is equal to CD pattern is almost confluent with the 886 retracement of X to A, and it's basically dropping you into this zone. And that zone, like I said, I think it's about $5. It's like I said, $6 maybe, $74 range to 68. But that'd be the zone on that being able to take advantage of either one. But traders going to need some patience, which is okay. While the rest of the market panics and thinks that the sky is falling, you guys are able to see that that's what needs to happen, and that's where price action is going. Nothing's going to stop it, um, especially after violating these prices up here at 121, now at 107. Traders can look for pretty much anybody who's long. Traders who are long should look for a red day in AMD. And I think that uh, they might try to find themselves looking for support here at 92, but it's not significant enough. It would be considered minor, so it's not likely that it would catch right there. Like I said, the only thing is for for AMD to be trading down here at $68. That would push it way back. It would be reaching January of 23. 2 years. It hasn't been that low in 2 years. This is 52 weeks here. No, not even that. October 23. So, um, yeah, it's being down at 107. 107 is already. I'm just going back. Yeah, it already be below its 52 week, which is a year. So not doing too well on AMD. For everybody who just thinks that these things are just going to be booming out of control, it's just not the case. And then let's just try to see if there's even a chance what it looks like on the overbought, oversold, not oversold yet. So that tells you that yes, that is quite possible that you could see AMD in the 60s, as low as $68, for my projection at least. Looking at the harmonic patterns that are developing, I know that's going to be tough for some people, but at least it'll help. If that is the case, it'll help the traders out who are having a red day. They might just want to cut their losses. They might want to ride it out, let it turn around. But all I can go off of is how the chart is reacting harmonically. That's all I can do. These are here, and this is the way the market works. I'm sorry. Uh, Nvidia. There's really not a pattern there. There was a bearish shark here. I think I used that for one of last week's lessons. Oh, there's something on Nvidia. See if I can remember what it was. Let me just clean everything off. There's something good on Nvidia, but you got to go out far, and that's why I am long on it. Let me see if I can remember if I can find it. I think there was like a to B is equal to CD pattern, or just basically some structure. So start outside return, new structure high, outside return. Okay, so we're just looking at a trend on Nvidia. Tough because they're in that space where everything isn't, peaches and cream. But I don't think it'd be too hard just looking at that. Um, just to suggest a retest of the high at 156. Now getting the new structure high, not so sure about that. Getting the new structure high up here, breaking and closing beyond it, I'm not so sure about that. But with the trend, starting point, initial high, deep outside return, rally, new structure high, gets it, closes here, higher high, higher close above the previous, and then an outside return. Okay, now I remember. What I liked about this one was that on the second run, um, so for this run and this correction, what I liked about that one is where it stopped at. And I think it was right on the golden ratio. Okay, that was why. So the reason I felt more comfortable and confident in a retest of this, and maybe even continuing higher, was simply because it stopping on the 618, right? Even if he wasn't oversold on the weekly. If I go to the daily, maybe he was not quite. So you'd like to have that oversold on RSI, but still enough. Just looking at it again, just looking at the trend. Like I said, just looking at the trend. That was good enough for me in this case, just to make a simple projection like that. But remember, it was based off of this projection is based off of this new structure high and this outside return to the 618. It's very very simple trend continuation. So no patterns needed here. Now, if I were to look at this and if I were to look at this with advanced patterns, there is something in here. And looking at this point here, same thing. Looking at that run, that impulse, basically all about the impulse. And then coming up here, if I come down here, you see I got 50%. We come back up here all the way pretty much, and then we'd be coming down to 886 right here. So if we take this stuff off, let's get rid of all the junk, get rid of all that stuff. So this is just allowing me to be uh, a little bit more open to the ideas and opportunities. They're saying that, let me see it. Did A get violated? Did C violate A? I don't think so. Because C can't be higher than A. Okay. That might be why I didn't pay too much attention to this. Because C is higher than A. So you guys got to watch me validate and have to throw away what would have looked to been a pretty good bat pattern. But if you guys have been watching the classes, uh, C cannot exceed A. It just can't. There are cases in which the wick can touch it, but it's just higher. It doesn't close. Does it close higher? Let me see if the wick touched it, but let me check. I wonder. See, for whatever reason, I'm really trying to keep this thing, and I shouldn't be. I should have already invalidated it. But so the rule state the wick can touch, but it cannot close higher. So yeah, this closed higher. C closed higher than A. So I would have to throw that in the trash. Just have to. And then, like I said, that's okay because that would just simply put me uh, back where I was with knowing that the price action that we saw coming up here, that run, that good, how many, that's a lot, right? That's 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 5 days, starting from basically 113 up into where it is now, 130, which is a very good run, and we were able to validate that that was nothing more than this impulse and then the correction back to the 618. Pretty nice. Actually, deep enough in between both majors, 618 and 786. Okay, causing this run, which could lead to a potential retest of 152. But I'm not confident enough to place it any higher. That's Nvidia. There's some Ripple. There's some crypto in here. I'm gonna ignore those and jump over to some more of the comp computings. Oh, looks like a mess, huh? First, if I get rid of Shark down here, he's kind of like way off. Take the Shark off and focus on what's really close. This is a Rigetti. This is Rigetti's Gartley pattern. We need him to come down to basically $12.23. Other than that, I wouldn't touch it. Um, if he wins some, if he goes on a rally and wins, okay, fine. Um, Almost overbought, which is crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't take it unless it came down to 12.23, 12.85. It's not far away. It's very possible, and it's Gartley too. So it's one of the best ones that you could get. When it does, it should be okay. There's just enough breathing room. So we'll see how that works out. That's Rigetti. I know we made that seem like really, really simple, but It's in the path of a Gartley pattern. So most of the work has been done for us. Uh, Big Bear AI, same thing. This time butterfly pattern for Big Bear. Uh, Very perfect 786. So X to A impulse come down 786, validating butterfly. Come up, you're okay here. Anything up to A is okay. This one did 71 perfect. And then A to B is equal to CD pattern with 141, a 1414 extension of A to B. Uh, Gives Big Bear an entry right there for a shot long, but would have to fall into you. It does look like it's trying to. That's a good thing. As it's starting to trend down, so you come impulse, you got a retest failure, and then you get a lower low lower close of the previous. Then you get your outside return here, and then this will be the next step. Our entry will be the next step. So that's a pretty nice setup. I like the way that that's forming. Um, Again, the rest of the world is going to have to kick and scream because they don't understand that this is how things work. They're thinking that they are having a red day if they're long, but a lot of people don't understand this stuff. They don't understand entry stops and targets. They don't understand advanced pattern recognition. So what can I say? Okay, and right here in the middle, like it should be, as he works his way down, and then there'll be a shot at $8.12 for those who can hold on. Bit Digital, kind of like the same thing. Bit Digital is he's Gartley. It's a pretty nice Gartley pattern where you're 618 but don't touch the 786. You do get 618 back to the top for a valid C leg, and then 127 extension of A to B for a perfect entry. Looks like he's close enough. Just gotta make its way down. The problem is pre-market. This thing rallied up here to 314 pre-market, right? So what would have to happen is in a minute or so, or a couple of minutes, in a minute or so, price action would have to get rejected where it's at. It's at 314. Okay, prices would have to get rejected. Come fill the Gartley pattern for the traders to get long. Could happen, could not. It's really kind of hard to say. All right, just have to wait until the market opens. Because see, if I flip over and just show the pre-market, we can see price action went way up there, and it is getting rejected. So exactly what I said, price action went up there. Looks like it's not gonna go too higher than that. That was just a pre-market. Happy for those people. I'm gonna a 5 minute chart on here too. So I want it to be really current. When you go outside of that, it's really not much going on. Like coming back into like the 1 hour chart and things like that. It's really just really nothing to the story. You don't. Oh well, a little flag pattern too. A little flag in there, kind of. That's this guy here. That's this guy here. Right. This guy here. Okay. But the good thing about it is inside of that flag, once he comes down, the next time he might be able to break out of it. And that's why I was way up close on the 5 minute. So filling this Gartley pattern could allow it to either test or break out of it. So there is a. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, so it's just kind of like just riding out. It's still riding that. As long as you're inside of there, your opportunities will come sideways. Don't want the video to be too long, but people are probably extracting a lot of the information. This is a very good one. Feel good about this one. So this Kanan had a very successful two-target Gartley winner. Very successful two-target Gartley winner. This is back last week. 2 weeks ago, actually, 29th. We're on the 10th, 29th, 11, 12 days ago. Rally and a winner off a bullish Gartley pattern. Beautiful work, too. And then, of course, it all came back. But that's okay because when it came back, it set up a 2618 technique. 2618 technique. You guys have seen that one. If not, go look at the class for it. Very, very powerful, and I'll show you why. Where the 2 stands for double top or double bottom, and in this case, a double bottom. And 618 stands for 618 retracement. So what you're seeing is a 2618 technique, double bottom followed by break and close beyond previous structure. Okay, so this is how the 2618 technique works. Double bottom followed by break and close beyond previous structure, and this guy counts to, you want to break and close above that V, right? So double bottom, break and close beyond previous structure, and this time violating 2 structures. So violate this guy first, violate this guy second, okay? And then here's the high up here. Double bottom, break and close, higher close, followed by 618 retracement. That's this guy here, okay? Dropping right into the golden ratio, dropping right into the 618, and you see it reacting off of it. This is pure 2618 action. That's what you're seeing. That's 2618 action. Double bottom, break and close beyond previous structure with a 618 retracement. At that point, should have been oversold. Let's see what happened. Not enough, but still some divergence across the whole entire move. Just showing it, even though it doesn't look like it, but just showing starting from here to here. Okay, that's going to cover the whole entire spectrum. Starting from here, everything is bullish. Even though price action was coming down, you still got a bullish look for it, and a very good price at $1.93 for Canaan, for people who like to buy a lot of these cheap shares. But an excellent entry. A target one should come today at 207. And then target 2, the 127 extension of the right side shoulder. So I don't want the video to get too long, so I'm probably gonna just cut it and make a part 2 of it, because I don't want to sit here and make a 1-hour video and go through the 20 other different stocks. But I just wanted to show you guys what how some of the stuff is shaping up. Let's look at plug. A lot of stuff I've actually taken my eyes off of. I just kind of like want to just give the market some time to catch up. Plug. I want the market to kind of like really settle down and complete some of these retracements and corrections from some of that early action that we were seeing. This is awesome. This is awesome. Plug power. Let's just jump out to 15. Maybe I might have to keep my eyes on this after all. Plug power. I just jump right in. This is beautiful. And you jump right into Cypher. That is amazing. And did he feel? Yes. Oh, that is so beautiful to come right into Cypher. And you see it reacting. Price is already at 188. So that's pretty dope. Background. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Field Cypher on the dot, on the money. pretty dope on the dot. Oversold like he should have been. Bullish divergence. It doesn't really get too much better than this, people, to be honest with you. I wasn't in it. I need to see what happens. It's 6:06. I can't jump in until let me flip it over to let you see the the pre-market trading. So you can see what he did. Came, filled, boom, high. So just a beautiful little cipher. Beautiful work. Wow. Didn't expect to see that. Because you got to remember, like, people are crying and hurting when they're having these red days, okay? If you don't get anything from this video, get this, okay? People are crying and hurting when they feel like the market is going against them and they're having a red day. And really, the thing is they should not have been, especially long. They should not have been in there. This was going back to February 4th. So people have been trying to get long on Plug, not knowing that the only thing that Plug wanted was this cipher. It didn't want anything else. What happened when he got the cipher? Then he was oversold, filled it at 786 on the dot, and now he's going to do his payoff. Okay, and this is the power of advanced pattern recognition and harmonic patterns. So I'm gonna step out and do some other work. I just kind of wanted to give people. It just gave me the opportunity to just kind of like talk, let you see what a morning would look like. Plug is really getting off this morning up to 187, but just show you like kind of like what a morning analysis would look like. The difference in what things look like when you're dealing with a pattern based trader like me. You guys saw some other techniques, 2618. You saw some trend continuation. There's a lot of tools in the toolbox. You guys saw this morning bat, butterfly, cipher, Gartley. We could have did some shark and some crab, a whole bunch of stuff, but just like, kind of like let you see like with a clean chart too at that. With a clean chart, you don't see stuff all over the place. Stuff is not complicated. You're looking at clear winners. You're looking at clear entries that'll be easy to get if you just can have some patience and really just get your eyes trained to understand what should be happening without all the overcomplicated stuff. They try to tell us that this stuff was so hard and that you gotta know this and you gotta know that. No, you need to understand Fibonacci, major and minor, and need to train your eyes to start identifying these advanced patterns. All right, cool. It's the Harmonic Trading Club, the Harmonic Trading Academy. I will be seeing you guys soon. I got a couple of powerful videos lined up. I'll kind of give you like, I might make a sneak peek. I might kind of give it away. Um, Next video coming up is it's either going to be advanced stops and targets, where I'll be teaching everything that I understand about ATR based stops, um, some stops that you can use with different Fibonacci inversion levels, and then some structure based stops. So 3 different ways to do stops. Do that video coming out either tonight, maybe tomorrow. And then there's a very beautiful one that you guys are going to love, and it's going to be called All the Patterns. You guys are going to love the All the Patterns video. You want to take the 6 major advanced patterns and break them all down in one video. It's going to be pretty dope. But you guys stay tuned. Hopefully you got some value just in this little morning session. Have a great day in the markets, and I'll see you guys on the next one.